Hello friends, and welcome back. Before we start, I want you to please pay close attention to this one, because what I am about to share with you could genuinely protect your money before your next payment lands in your bank account. If you are on the state pension, if you receive any kind of DWP support, if you are a carer, a widow, living with a disability, or simply trying to make your pension stretch a little further each month, this video is for you. This is not something to leave until later. This is not something to scroll past and come back to next week, because by then your next payment may already have gone in, and if there is a problem, you may not notice until it is too late. Here is the honest truth. Thousands of pensioners across the United Kingdom are missing out on support, losing money, or running into payment problems every single month. And in most cases, it is not because they are not entitled. It is because nobody sits them down and explains it clearly. The letters are confusing, the websites are complicated, and the system, sadly, will not always tell you automatically. You have to ask, you have to check, you have to know what to look for. So in this video, I am going to walk you through what every pensioner should check before their next payment arrives. I will explain who could be affected, what to look out for on your bank statement and your letters, the common mistake that costs people hundreds of pounds a year, and the one quiet check that could unlock extra support you did not even know was there. And please stay with me until the end, because the final point is the one most pensioners completely miss, and it could open the door to other forms of help that many people never claim. Before we go any further, a quick word. Rules around DWP benefits, state pension, HMRC, council support, and pensioner payments can change quickly, sometimes from one month to the next. If you want clear updates explained in plain English, without the jargon and without the panic, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me reach more pensioners who genuinely need this information. Right, let us get into it. Point number 1. Check your latest payment letter or award letter very carefully. I know. Those brown envelopes from the DWP or HMRC are not exactly the most exciting post to open. But please, do not ignore them. Do not put them in a drawer and forget about them. These letters tell you exactly what you are being paid, when you are being paid, and on what basis. If your circumstances have changed, even slightly, your payment may need to be adjusted. And if there is a mistake in their records, you might be receiving the wrong amount without realizing. Some pensioners find they have been underpaid for years simply because nobody flagged a small detail on their file. So before your next payment, take 10 minutes, sit down with a cup of tea, and read your most recent letter properly. Check your name, your national insurance number, your payment amount, and the date. If anything looks wrong, do not wait. Contact the DWP or check the latest official guidance on gov.uk. The sooner you check, the better. Point number 2. Check your bank account around your usual payment date. This sounds obvious, but you would be surprised how many people simply assume the money has gone in without ever logging in or checking the statement. Payment dates can shift slightly around bank holidays. Sometimes a payment is delayed because of a system issue. Sometimes it is paused because the DWP has sent you a letter you have not responded to. And in some cases, a payment may have stopped completely because of a review or a change in your circumstances that you did not realize had been processed. If your payment does not arrive on the expected day, do not panic, but do not ignore it either. Give it a couple of working days, then contact the relevant department. Keep a note of the date you called and who you spoke to. That little record can save you a lot of stress later on. Point number 3, and this is a big one. Check whether you may qualify for pension credit. This is one of the most underclaimed benefits in the entire country. The official figures have shown for years that hundreds of thousands of pensioners who could be receiving pension credit are simply not claiming it. Some assume they earn too much. Some assume their small savings disqualify them. Some assume that owning their own home rules them out. But in many cases, none of those assumptions are correct. Pension credit can top up your weekly income if you are over state pension age and on a low income, and depending on your circumstances, you may qualify even if you have a small private pension or modest savings. Please do not assume you are not eligible. Use the benefit entitlement check on gov.uk or speak to Citizens Advice, Age UK, or your local council. It takes a short time, and one small check could make a real difference to your monthly budget. Now please do not skip this next part, because this is where many pensioners quietly lose money without ever realizing. Point number 4. Check your national insurance record and your state pension forecast. Your state pension amount is based on how many qualifying years of national insurance contributions you have. And sometimes there are gaps. Gaps from years when you were caring for a family member, gaps from time spent abroad, gaps from periods of low earnings or self-employment. Some of these gaps can be filled in, and in certain cases you may be able to claim national insurance credits for years you did not even know counted. This is especially important for women who took time out to raise children, for carers who looked after a relative, and for anyone who reached state pension age in the last few years. To check, log into your personal tax account on gov.uk or request a state pension statement. If you spot a problem, do not ignore it. Contact HMRC or the Pension Service. Rules can change, and there are sometimes deadlines for filling in past gaps, so the sooner you check, the better. Point number 5. Check what extra support you may be entitled to around your main payment, and this is where many pensioners are leaving real money on the table. If you receive the state pension, or if you receive certain DWP benefits, you may also qualify for help with your council tax through a council tax reduction from your local council. You may qualify for attendance allowance if you have a health condition or disability that means you need help with daily tasks, regardless of your income or savings. If you care for someone, you may qualify for carer's allowance, or in some cases for carer's credit, which helps protect your own pension record. You may also be entitled to help with heating costs, NHS costs, or other local schemes depending on where you live. The mistake to avoid here is assuming that because you were turned down years ago, the answer is still no today. Rules change, your health changes, your circumstances change. Ask for a fresh benefit entitlement check, and where allowed, ask about backdating, because in some cases, a successful claim can be backdated to an earlier date. So here is the full picture, in plain English. Before your next payment, check your most recent letter from the DWP or HMRC, and do not ignore those brown envelopes. Check your bank account on or around your payment date, and act quickly if something is missing. Check whether you may qualify for pension credit, even if you think you earn too much, because many people are wrong about this. Check your national insurance record and your state pension forecast, especially if you had years out of work for caring or family reasons. And check what extra support sits around your main payment, including council tax help, attendance allowance, carer's allowance, and local schemes through your council. And here is the part I really want you to remember. These points are not separate. They are connected. One successful claim can sometimes open the door to another form of help. Pension credit, for example, can sometimes act as a passport to other types of support, including help with council tax, health costs, and seasonal payments. A single benefit letter can be far more powerful than people realize. That is why checking your situation properly, even if you have done it before, is so important. The system will not always tell you automatically. You have to ask. If this video has helped you or made you think of someone in your family who needs to hear it, please share it with them. Share it with a friend on the state pension. Share it with a neighbor who lives alone. Share it with anyone who might be missing out and not know it. And please subscribe to the channel for clear, honest pension and DWP updates, explained the way they should be explained, in plain English, with no jargon and no scare tactics. Check your situation today. Check your letters. Check your bank. Check your record. Because the biggest mistake a pensioner can make is assuming they do not qualify, when in truth, the help may have been waiting for them all along. Take care of yourself, look after your money, and I will see you in the next one.